All right, everybody. How the hell is everyone tonight? Obviously, I'm on my laptop here with the small cam and my wireless mic. So let's get to it. It's been a hell of a day, been a hell of a week. Let's talk about. Let's get into some of this stuff. As always, guys, like and share the stream. Go invite all your buddies. Tell them where they can come check us out, and it's gonna be a good time. So let's do that. If you were over on Twitch joining us, that's awesome. Appreciate you being out there, and hopefully you find the show cool. And if not, that's cool too. I did make affiliate. I want to thank every single person that went to Twitch. Yeah. And liked and subscribed and did all of that. It helped out. I made affiliate. I had pretty good access here at TwitchCon. It's been awesome, and it's been a really good, thing going on. So, what's up, Vikas Ganesh? Let's see who's out there. Let's see who's in the chat today. Let's do that. All right. So we got EOD696 was first in tonight. Corey Barton following closely behind him. Emmett showed up third. Jay Eakin is in the house. Good to see you, sir. I am Charlie Kirk is up in the joint. Orthodox guy as well. We've got a lot of good stuff going on. A lot of cool people here tonight. John Burt is in the house. Raging Patriot 1776 in on the mod duties tonight. He is going to hold it down. Yeah, man, this is wild. And we're going to talk a little bit about ZD Den, my friend. Good to see you. Angel Berber, my man. I believe that I can be supported through Amazon accounts. I'm monetized. You can send me money over there as well. When I make partner, I get to keep more of the monetization as well. So that's going to be really cool. So that's awesome. Welcome to everybody that's out there tonight watching us. I'm going to start out. I'm going to talk a little bit about I want to talk a little bit about the con. I promise, I know everybody wants my viewpoint. I gave it earlier on Emmett's to some degree on the Sarah Andrew thing and where I stand, and we'll get into that, as we move along. It's been, I'm telling you, it's just been a hell of a day, guys. It's been great. It's been actually it's been a hell of a 3 days, to be honest with you. But fortunately, the group that I came to TwitchCon with are lit. They're just really good. Honestly, yeah, okay, degens. Like all of them are degens. They're, but they're cool, and they have, they know they're degens and they're okay with it, and they're, they hopefully will grow out of it and change and become better human beings. And if not, that's fine. That's fine. It sort of became my job to, I don't know how to put this. I became the e-girl wrangler to some extent. And basically what I would do is, I was around these young ladies and made sure that, when people came up and talked to them, they got the idea that, hey, don't bother these young ladies. And I was very successful in that. So that was great. Yeah, Kel and I were hanging out a little bit, not much. So I did not hear about that, Angel Berber. Could you do me a favor and throw me a link to that over in the Discord? That would be awesome if you could do that. All right. So right, yeah, I've lost a lot of weight, to be honest with you. I really have. That's no lie. I mean, I'm no kidding, guys. I am down. So I started at 243. Right, and that was the heaviest I've ever been in my life. it was, you know, and now part of that was because I'd just come back from the Alaska cruise and we ate really well. And, you know, there's not like a ton of opportunity to, I mean, there's some opportunity to exercise on the boat, but not a lot. So granted, I was probably up by 5 or 6 pounds over normal, but I started this at 243. When I left my house to come out here, I was at 214. So, and but that was it. So, yeah, the e-girls were really interesting, but you know, we can talk about that as well throughout the night. I didn't actually accomplish a whole lot of what I wanted to accomplish coming out here, really. I basically, my goal was to nail down a couple of extra debaters for my event in Nashville. And no, Gibbs has actually been really awesome. Gibbs, to his credit, has been super cool, and he was, you know, it's just I'm sorry. I got a text. I got distracted. I've got someone trying to rent my Airbnb, guys. It's totally unprofessional. So I apologize about that. No, Gibbs was cool. You know, Gibbs. You know, he's a conservative, but a degen at the same time. It's very interesting. But you know, give him time. He'll be all right. Yeah. Yeah, I saw that mullet baby. We're going to talk about that in just a few minutes. Just give me, I'm sorry, guys. Again, I honestly wasn't even planning on streaming. So while I say this is unprofessional, you're just going to have to bear with me just a couple of minutes. I promise. I'll get this sorted out. And sorry, it's an Airbnb thing, guys. I really apologize. Got to make money, though. So I apologize for that. Yeah, it's been interesting, Clover Tack. I mean, like, no kidding. Like I say, it's been interesting, but I mean, it has been interesting. So, you know, there's quite a bit of drama. There's quite a bit of things that are, you know, that I don't generally personally agree with, but that's all right. You know, it's no big deal. Let me do this. Yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, my friend Angel Berber. I do apologize again, guys. I'm dealing with this person trying to rent my Airbnb, and they are driving me insane. That's, you know, it just is what it is. I apologize. So, and they just won't stop messaging me. So, all right. So let me send these. Yeah, definitely not a Nashville party. No, it definitely was not. And okay, hopefully that will deal with that. All right, so didn't have to bail Gibbs out. The e-girls. So I mean, look, for all their faults, they're still young women. This is a very interesting atmosphere, and so the last 2 days I've just been chaperoning these girls and you know, basically trying to keep them out of trouble and keep people from you know, potentially doing bad things. So as a matter of fact, as I was I was asked not to leave. I was going to leave earlier today, and because I was done, I'm not going to the block party tonight, obviously. And I was asked, hey, why are you leaving? And I'm like, well, I'm done. I don't have anything else to do here. And they're like, no, stay. So I stayed and hung out with them. And the reason they wanted me to stay and kind of hang out was so that I could walk them out of the event, and they didn't have to go by themselves. And you know, not that anything would have happened, but you know, that's you know, they're young ladies, and so that's and it's kind of my thing, right? It is hurting feral cats. That's a great summation, to be honest with you. But let me so you know, and these are, you know, and we're actually, you know, some of these girls are going to be on the show coming up. As a matter of fact, I think most of them will be, to be honest. And because they are going, you know, they're just you know, they're interesting people, and we need to reach out to these people and try and get them headed in the right direction if we can. I don't know that we can, to be honest with you, but we're going to try. We're going to try. And so that's, you know, that's where we're at. You know, it's a, you know, like I said, it's been an interesting event. I spent a lot of time when I was, and so the drill has been, I would go to the events. I go over to the event early because all the e-girls go out late. That is what they do. We all know that. And then, so I would go to the event early and I would get all my stuff done. I would go, you know, because mostly what I was doing was, you know, most of the things I was interested in was the tech and the, you know, just getting new stuff, right? Like, I think I'm going to change my camera around. I think that I'm going to, there's just a lot of cool stuff out there that I think I'm going to do. Yeah, you can't lead horses to water. That's true. What's up, Emmett? How are you? So let me see if I can. I've got some pictures now. These pictures were taken right before we were leaving, or I was leaving, and these are the. I guess I'll have to try and share screen. Give me a second. These are the. These are actual. Actually, these are. These are streamers. They are. I think they're mostly game streamers or something. I actually don't know. It's a great question because I actually don't know. I think they're game streamers, and so you know they're just normal people ish, normal-ish people. So, all right. Okay. I think I got it now. So the problem is I don't have 3 screens, you know. The problem is I normally have 3 screens and I do not currently have 3 screens. So that makes it harder. So give me a second, guys. I'm going to share that. I'm going to try and share this. We'll see. Yeah. I don't know how I'm going to do this. This is going to be interesting. Let me try something else. Not enough screens. Let me do this. There we go. No, that's not what I wanted either. I'm glad you guys are bearing with me here because this feels like I'm being like super unprofessional. All right, there we go. All right, now. What's up, Orthodox guys? See you out there. Now let's see. All right, there we go. So here are the two e-girls that I was mostly responsible for. This is the one with the red hair is Skyana. Skyana is pretty awesome, and the other one is Teeny. Teeny is also pretty awesome. They're really nice people, to be honest, but it is what it is, and so that's the two e-girls for the most part. The one behind me, I don't know who she is. She just got in the picture because the other two were in the picture. So there you go. All right. So yeah, dad one dadding. That's right. Teeny is the one that was like, "Hey, walk me down to get my credentials so I can go to the block party." And I was like, "Yeah, okay, we'll do that." Because I was going to leave, and they were like, "No, don't leave. Don't leave." So, but yeah, so just e-girls doing e-girl shit. Don't worry about it. It's fine. All right, so now let's talk about the Sarah and Andrew thing. I don't really have much to add to what I said earlier today. It looks like Sarah is choosing to it looks like Sarah's choosing to go her own way. I wish her luck with that. I have nothing against Sarah. I wish her the best. I still consider her a friend, but at the end of the day, you make choices in life and you live with those choices. So that's how that works. So that's how that works. I don't really know. I was the interesting thing is as I covered on Emmett's show, somebody thought that I was like Andrew had a problem with me or something. I actually had a discussion with Andrew this morning. It was very interesting. So John Burt, it's just a bunch of drama. And it's yeah, I look, I can't really, I don't know how much I can be bothered to get into this. Look, it's not my thing, right? Like, I just don't care. To be honest with you, I was very happy to not deal with any of that shit and just hang out with the e-girls and deal with their shit. Because at least hurting cats requires no brain damage. Yeah, not my circus, not my monkeys, you know. Um, I did meet Kel. I got to be honest. I think Kel's making some poor choices right now. There's nothing that anyone can do about that but her. So just hopefully she comes through this okay. So, other than that, that's just been my couple of days now. We can talk about anything anybody wants to. I can open the panel up here in a few minutes because I really wasn't even planning on doing the show. I'm just, I've got some time. I do have to pack tonight. I've got a not an early morning, but kind of an early morning, and I'm going to want to get some sleep. So, yeah, the view is awesome. Actually, let me see. I don't know if I've got any pictures of that. Let me see if I can throw up some pics. Yeah, John Denman. It has been a while, my friend. I'm good, man. I'm really good. Actually, you got questions? All right, man. Let me throw out some hey, let me do something. Let me find this first. Let me see if I can make something happen here. Yeah, if you go to the general chat on and look back, I did not hear anything about that. I'm going to have to send that, but that explains a lot. So if you go to and look, if you go to my Discord and scroll up, you'll see the view outside my hotel room, and it's pretty cool, and so that makes that easy. I did not know anything about that attack, so yeah. So let me kind of formulate my thoughts for a minute on this this subject here. Give me a minute. Let me formulate my thoughts because yes and no. Give me 1 second, guys. So the theoretical answer is yes. Okay. I've got at least one person, maybe two, that want to come out. The one person at 100%, or at least 98%, want to come out and do the event and have a good time. There's a couple of problems. They just spent a bunch of money moving, and they don't feel they're unsure that they should spend the money to come out to the event. And we're not paying anyone to come to the event, so we're. But I think, and Gibbs agrees, that having this person adds some having this person and possibly one or two of their crew, it really could add to the overall event, and that is very attractive. So we're trying to I need to figure out how I can help this person afford to come to the event if it's something where they start some kind of crowdfunding effort of some kind, and we push people towards that, or we I don't know. Yeah, it could be a travel fundraiser. Yeah, I don't know, because I'm torn on the issue, to be honest. But it may be. No, it's not Hassan. No, not Hassan. I can't get into publicly who it is, but yeah. I I think they might have enough of a following to raise the money. If they don't actually have the following themselves to raise the money, um, between Gibbs, myself, and that person, they probably have the, because we're really only talking about a plane ticket and a hotel room for a couple of days, you know? Like, it's not like it's not like thousands of dollars, and it would add to the event. So, I'm trying to figure that out. That is something that needs to be figured out. We'll see how that goes. Mods have the link. Give me a few minutes. I'll let you know when to start coming up. But you know, but yes, I did accomplish part of my goal, I guess. No, we're not going to do Hassan, right? Like, that's not anything that I have any interest in. So XQC broke. How could I actually understand him talking? Yeah, actually, he was really clear. He was a good dude. Um, I felt really bad because um, this dude just wanted to play his video game, and you could tell he was like looking at us like nervous, like we were going to dime his ass out, and everybody was going to like swarm him. And he kept face because so there was a dance floor behind us where they were like uh, doing some stupid shit, and he made sure he faced away from it, and he had his backpack on and everything, and he's just like playing his video game. Um, it's probably about $1,000 total, right? It's not much. I mean, it's whatever an airline ticket costs. Let's call that 300, 350 plus, a couple of nights of a hotel room and maybe some food, and which I'm going to feed them, when they get here. So we're working on that. We'll know more this week. I'm going to have to open comms once everybody gets back from TwitchCon. We'll find out. So yeah, and so the thing with XQC is my whole group. Once someone in my group, which actually was Skyana, um, once we knew who he was, right, and it was like, well, what do you do? And so the answer was, so I'm gonna put this picture back up. So the girl on the left in the picture with the dark glasses on, that's Skyana. Skyana recognized that was XQC. I'm playing a video game. I'm actually playing the same video game he is, and we're just kind of, I can look over and see the dude. It was just a blonde-headed dude to me. And once Skyana recognized him, she then told everybody else, "Hey, that's XQC. Let's keep this quiet because he obviously wants to just play his video game and not get mobbed," right? And so, and I was like, "Yeah, that's totally cool. Let's make sure that happens." So we all stood in kind of like a barrier around the guy while he was playing the video game, and then when he finished, then the dudes in my group and the girls went over and got his autograph and he got them to sign their whatever, and then he walked away for a little bit because these guys got cameras in his face and everything, and then those guys left him alone, and then he walked away for a little bit. And that's where I went over and I said, "Hey man, I don't even really know who you are, but everyone in my group there was like, said you're like really big, and like we felt like it was the respectful thing to do to give you some space to finish out your game, and I'm glad that they did that, and just seemed like the thing to do." And he's like, "Yeah, I really appreciate it." We shook hands and I moved on. So, and Skyana took that picture of us hanging out. So, I mean, it was pretty cool. The video games. That's right, Zach. That's right. Clover Tack and anybody else that wants to come on up, and we'll chat. We can do open panel now. I'm not going to be on just terribly long tonight. I do have to get up and do stuff tomorrow. So, Skyanna, by the way, is going to, while I'm waiting on people to show up, Skyanna is, I'm trying to get Skyanna to come on in the next couple of weeks onto the show and do like an interview, sit down discussion sort of thing, not a debate or anything like that. And and she's really interesting. She's had quite a lot. She's got a great story to tell, right? And I mean, she's liberal, very, right? And but it was last night. Apparently, they were talking about me, and Skyanna said that that she really appreciated that I'm not like super judgmental and all up in her face all the time and stuff like that. So, and I think that that's fair, right? Like I'm not here to like destroy her worldview, because it's not a debate. It's just a bunch of us hanging out. So, I wouldn't appreciate it. So, yeah. Part of the reason why, by the way, guys, part of the reason I'm streaming right now is I can't go to bed anyway. You guys can't hear it, but it's thumping outside. Like, it's like I'm at a rave right now. That's what it's like. Oh, you need, I got you, bro. Are you over there? Let me see what's up. I mean, I'm literally like, I can just rock out. I could just rock right out right now. You got the link, bro. I bet they do hate it. I bet that's probably really true. Asmongold, Tectone, and Imaru are calling for most to not attend TwitchCons anymore. I don't disagree, man. Like, I probably won't come back to a TwitchCon. I probably wouldn't. I probably won't do another one. First of all, I don't drink and I don't do drugs, and I'm not chasing bimbos, so not a lot here for me. What's up, Clover Tack? How are you, buddy?
Hey, I'm good.
Cool, man. Cool.
So, paint me a picture. Paint me a picture of this TwitchCon. So, like, where are they having it? Like, what type of venue is it in?
So it is in the San Diego Conference Center. This place is fucking massive. It's probably bigger than SEMA without the other building, right? Like, it's huge. Yeah. It's got an upstairs. There's like, I mean, it's legit. It's huge. But actually, it's not as big as SEMA. It's what computer guys would want SEMA to, or want to be like SEMA, but it just doesn't quite make it. And a lot of it is dumb. And I mean, it's dumb to me, right? So first of all, their security sucks. Okay. I literally walked in with my big ass Damascus pocket knife. It's like a 3.5-inch blade, maybe 4 inch, 3.5 inch. I just walked in with it right through the metal detector, and they must have the metal detector set pretty high because they assume everybody's got a phone and they got keys and shit in their pocket, so they don't want to stop everybody.
Right.
But I mean, I literally just walk right through, and they didn't give a shit. So
did it go off, or did it not?
No.
Damascus, depending on the metal detector and how it's set. That's one of the cool things about Damascus.
Yeah. So I just rolled right through, and they never stopped. They never stopped me once, no matter what. And they never, like, I had metal frame sunglasses. I have, I don't have any keys with me. My keys are in my backpack. But unless you had a backpack, that's all they really care about. No, it was a pocket knife, John Deadman. It was in my pocket. It's a folder. I'll go get it here in a second if I need. I have to get up. If I have to get up, I'll get it. But they just, people have all this jewelry and shit on. So I think they just have so much. They have they have them set so low on the sensitivity, but to just, you have to have so much. Basically has to be a gun or something.
Mm-hmm.
And it didn't. They never stopped me once. They never wanted me once. Nothing. Their security sucks ass. Now, I'm telling you that this is. If you ever wanted to experience how truly sad the state of affairs are with America's youth, you come to this event.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah.
I was on with Emmett today, and I was like strolling through with my camera, and they were like, holy fuck, like these people are nuts. You know?
So are there seminars there? Like what?
Well, there was supposed to be that. So that was all right. So I went for 3 reasons. First, they were supposed to have some stuff that would help you out.
Mm-hmm.
And like seminars, there was supposed to be a seminar on monetization. There was supposed to be one on improving your tech and getting cleaner streams and just a lot of things that I thought, well, this would be really fucking good.
Right.
And none of that shit happened. Every single one I went to was just an advertisement for whatever software was. I was like, this is not.
That's pretty normal though.
Yeah. I've been to SEMA and I've been to PRI. I've been to, NRA. I've been to SHOT Show. So I get it, but this is put on by these were put on by Twitch. Like these were Twitch saying that we're going to show you how to better monetize, and it was an extension that some company sells or whatever, right?
Yeah. Well, they probably get a kickback. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm sure they do. So it was uninteresting, and the schedule was never firm. It changed a lot, which you know how that goes with these kind of shows.
Yeah.
And you just have a bunch of really degenerate fuckers.
Huh.
I mean, just absolute lunatics.
Yeah.
And then you have, I mean, you can divide it into a few types of people, but and so I went, yesterday was a good day because I was there mostly by myself until like 2:00. And I just went to all of the tech companies, went to Elgato and talked to them about the Stream Deck. And they've got a really cool teleprompter that I think I'm going to buy. And I think it's going to be cool. And there's some stuff there I think that are going to be cool. Mm-hmm. And then I went to Black Magic, which their camera, I think I may buy their camera. Their cameras are legit, and I may buy the software as well for editing. I just got to figure out if I have to buy 2 copies of it so I can give one to whoever is processing, and then I have to have one as well. I stopped at Stream Elements and talked to them about some of the problems I've had setting up Stream Elements inside Stream Labs and trying to get that stuff working. And they were super helpful. And they're like, hey, we'll just call in and we'll walk you through it. We'll make it work. And I'm like, that'd be awesome, dude. And I just went to all of the stuff that, I was like, okay, this is going to help my stream.
Yeah.
And then the entire, once the girls.
So there are booths with like tech companies and shit.
Oh yeah. I mean, like, ROG was there, which is a huge computer company that it's something of gaming.
Republic of Gaming.
Yeah, Republic of Gaming.
Yeah, that's the
They were there.
laptop I've got now. That's an Asus ROG model.
Yeah, and they had some pretty legit stuff. And then not better than my MSI, but pretty nice. And then, so there's ROG was there, Moana microphones were there, Moana, well, however you say it, however you say it. It's a Japanese company that sells the $99 mics on Amazon that light up and shit. And they were there and they were talking about the technology. The lady that was talking to me is literally from Japan, and basically her English was like not good. But and she spoke in a very typical Japanese, very soft voice, which is a problem when you have 10,000 watts of thump going on in the background.
Right.
And so it was hard to understand her, but I understand that that the microphone I was looking at, that's a new microphone for podcasters. It's got a wireless adapter with it. It does XLR. It does all of this cool shit, and it was really good, right? Like it was
right.
It was a good thing to sit and talk about. I don't know that I would buy one, but I might buy one for my travel kit. I think that I could recommend them to somebody starting out as like, this is a clear mic. It really was a clear mic. And it's $100, So I did that today.
How many people would you say was there?
Thousands.
Well, that doesn't give me an idea. Tens of thousands, or
no. It's like probably a little under SHOT Show.
Oh, it's way under SHOT Show unless it's tens. If it's not tens of thousands, because SHOT Show is easily
I have no idea, to be honest. I have no idea. It was a lot.
SHOT Show pushes in between 60 and 80,000.
Yeah.
At any given time. So
yeah.
But it's also a different kind of.
Yeah. But, I mean,
like.
it's hard to tell how many people are there because they don't all show up at the same time.
A lot of come and go.
There's always a line at the door to get in. There's half the people upstairs. They have a concert area upstairs with a bar and everything. So most of the time, they have a complete second level that's nothing but workshops and community gathering. So if you play whatever the fuck,
yeah, I got you.
World of Warcraft or whatever, they have that, right? Between 11 and 30K is what John Dedman's saying.
Okay, that's significant.
And it's crazy. It's just nuts. And and so, but they don't have as many exhibitors, but they have a lot of gaming areas, right? Like they have Twitch Rivals, they have all of these different gamer stuff going on, and so it was pretty cool to just kind of watch it and be a part of it, but it's also really stupid in my opinion.
Yeah.
And so and in the morning was really the only time I had to deal with that, right? Because I would go do that.
I always kind of like, with YouTube, and Vid Summit and some of this other stuff, I've always found and that's why I had questions. I'd always found things like that fascinating because you have people that primarily live in a virtual fucking world and, have no social skills and do not fucking live in reality the majority of the time, all in one place. So, I was kind of interested. That's why I was kind of interested in learning about the thing and kind of getting your take on it all there. Because
I think it's worth going to so like if I had to do this over again, I'd probably go for one day.
Right. Yeah.
I'd fly in. I'd go do the thing.
Take care of what you need to, and then get the fuck out.
And then the next morning I'd fly out.
Yeah.
But it was cool. Like, and then so in the afternoons I was babysitting these e-girls.
Yeah.
And just and no kidding, man. Like these chicks, they're dudes everywhere. and they will literally just like stop the like, dude. Today, Teeny and I was kind of escorting Teeny. We went and had lunch. It was me, Gibbs, and Bruce Almighty, and Teeny, and we all went and had lunch. And so Bruce Almighty and Gibbs just did not walk as fast as Teeny, so I kept up with her. And no kidding, we're about to go into the building, and some random ass dude says, "Hey, my friend doesn't speak English, but he wanted me to tell you something." And it's like and it was just like the biggest fail shit ever. But Teeny like played along and all of that, and then we went inside, and I'm like, that was dumb. Like that was so bad. And she's like, "Oh yeah, that was terrible," you know. But this was nonstop. Dudes would just be like, "Oh, can I get your Snapchat? Oh, can I get your Instagram or whatever?" And so she would, she's used to it, but at the same time, she doesn't want to be there by herself, right? And so that's what I've, the past 2 days, that's exactly what I've done. Yesterday, I was mostly escorting Skyana, sometimes Kel, not often, but mostly mostly Skyana.
When
Today
you
it was,
say that, when you say they were asking for this info, like hitting on them, asking, or
yeah, like hitting on them. Yeah,
wow,
100%. Yeah, absolutely.
Wow.
Yeah. And I have that. So I have this like persona when I'm out in those events anyway.
You don't do that at a gun event. You're liable to get shot.
Yeah, I have this persona anyway, like I am security or something like that. And so people would normally just get the fuck out of the way, right? And
yeah, you kind of look like a Fed. You look like a Fed boy. Did he just lock up, or did I just drop? All right. What's going on here? Up on 1 in the chat. Oh, looked like Grid just dropped out. Something happened. Lost signal. Fell asleep. I guess. Am I still on? 1 in the chat if you still hear me. Okay. Maybe we both fell out. Yep, I'm seeing nothing. You check the YouTube side. All right, cool. We got 1, so I'm still here. All right, so I guess I've hijacked the Grid show. Nice. So hopefully he's okay. Probably some kind of weird internet issue, I'm guessing. TRP. We can hear your gun prattling voice. I haven't said, well, that's not true. That's because I ain't said shit about guns, but I did. I was talking about a gun event, and if a chick got hit on at a gun event, if you hit on a chick at a gun event, you might get shot. So I guess technically, I tried to turn it into gun prattle, didn't I? But no, I was genuinely curious because, again, it's like all the gun events that I go to, those are my peoples, and I've kind of been around a vid summit a little bit, and it was what I didn't go, but I was in the area, so to speak, and so it was fucking weird, and I kind of pictured, the Twitch thing was probably going to be pretty similar. TRP says, guns and boomers talk. Interestingly enough, I call myself a boomer pretty often. I relate really well to boomer. When your baby's having babies, you know, you're Gen X, but when you're a Gen X baby having babies, you kind of identify with boomers, I think, um, more. You know what I mean? You kind of grow up quicker, and that kind of throws you off a little bit. Um, but I seen something really cool today, and it was an animated drawing thing about Gen Xers, and I need to find that again and like share it to my Discord or something because it was really cool with what I talk about how the older generations need to be more willing to pass wisdom on to the younger generations, and then the younger generations need to be more accepting of that wisdom because we've got a dichotomy in this country where the older generations have the wisdom, but we really have no power. The younger generations have power, but they have no wisdom, and the younger generations could fucking wreck shop if they just had some wisdom behind them. Unfortunately, um, yeah. John John Devman says he's surprised that Grid went, but he gets it. Okay. Yeah, I don't know that